Hello and welcome to another episode of Bored at the Right Time. Today I'm going to discuss a record called Belafonte at the Greek Theater. The artist is Harry Belafonte. He often refers to himself as just Belafonte. And I'm in love with his live albums from the late 50s and early 60s. If you think about it, it's really amazing what technicians used to be able to do with only 3 tracks. Today, everyone's spoiled with unlimited digital tracks. So this sound on this record is a modern marvel. It's an early stereo record, and the separation is quite good, and you can hear each instrument individually. There is a bit of an unnatural metallic sound on the whole record. His voice sounds a bit distant, like they're maybe mixing in the vocals that's coming out of the speaker system with a direct feed from the mic. But to be honest, the sound reproduction and venue sound kind of never really got good till the mid-70s anyway. Think about this, when the Beatles played Shea Stadium, they fed the amps and the mics from the stage into the PA system. So there was a lot of echo and people really couldn't hear. The Greek Theater is located in LA and it opened in 1931, some 91 years ago. Okay, 91 years. The capacity is just about 4,000. Ringo Starr has actually filmed 2 concert specials there. Harry's in a great mood this night. He's definitely having fun, and you can tell when he kind of goes off script, and the band just kind of goes right with him. There's a lot of unknown beautiful folk songs on this record, and it's not like the Carnegie Hall concert at all. Okay, the Carnegie Hall concert has most of his hits on it. And the liner notes for this record say that this is a study in depth for folk music, and I agree. It shows that Belafonte, the artist, is more than just the calypso hitmaker. It shows his softer side, his tender side, and man, can he belt it out. Every song from the first side is totally different, okay? It starts with a song called Look Over Yonder. It's like a call and answer song that's kind of reminiscent of working on a chain gang. Side 1 ends with a rather upbeat song called Hoedown Blues. There's no vocals, it's just a rather jubilant wailing from Harry. So we flip the record over and the folk songs continue. This disc has a lot more different sound than the Carnegie Hall concert. It has a much more raw sound. Carnegie Hall is much more balanced and clean and lush. This is more of an off-the-cuff, loose recording. The highlight of this side is My Father's House. It's a rewritten religious song sung with a raspy higher register backed by a choir of voices. The second set opens up with a full brass section. There's a song called Boot Dance, which is a song and dance number. Miriam Makeba taught it to Harry when they were touring together the year before. If you don't know about her, she was famously exiled from her home in South Africa, wasn't allowed to return back to the country after the tour. She tells the story of this when she toured with Paul Simon in 1987 during the Graceland tour. The Boot Dance is the most exotic song and would have only been improved with a visual aspect, like maybe if they had made a made-for-TV film of the concert, and what a treat that would have been. So here's a little bit about the music. In the liner notes, it references that Belafonte played at the Greek for a whole month, selling out, causing traffic backups for miles. For some reason, they only recorded one night, August 23rd, 1963. If you're going in expecting the lush arrangements and gentle sound of the Carnegie Hall concert, you're gonna be disappointed. Not in a negative way, but the show and sound here are different. One reason for that is it could have been what was going on in the world at the time. Vietnam was warming up. Kennedy would be assassinated exactly 3 months to the day when this concert took place. The civil rights movement was heating up, and the Beatles hadn't even yet arrived in the US. I don't think this album would have been made had it waited until 1964. Too much had already changed by then. It's a bit subversive too, as he touches on civil rights. He even works in the lyric, "And I don't like Governor Wallace very much," and then goes on to say, "We just blew the Southern market." But the audience goes with him. I bet by being in California and based on the whites that did listen to his music, This was probably an enlightened audience that would expect nothing less from him. There's only one difference from my original from 1963, but it's an improvement. On the original record, sides 1 and 4 are on the first record, and sides 2 and 3 are on the second record. For this version, they've corrected it. So sides 1 and 2 are on the first record, and 3 and 4 are on the second record. Because they had hi-fi systems in the 50s and 60s, you would stack records kind of one on top of each other, and they would play, and then as one finished, it would drop, and then another one would start playing. So once you're done with that stack, you would flip the stack over and play the other side. So that's why they kind of had them on different sides. It would give the listener hours of entertainment, especially for parties. The quality of the vinyl is superb. It's nice and glossy, clean and flat. And I don't think it's 180, but the quality is very nice. It comes with a glossy cover. It comes with a nice rice paper inner sleeve that keeps the records scratch and static free. The stereo separation isn't too drastic, much like the living stereo version of Carnegie Hall. It's separate enough so that you can tell it's stereo, but nothing too crazy, you know, with like one instrument hard pan to the left and the vocals hard pan to the right. My only complaint is I wish that Harry's vocal was more prominent in the mix and the audience reaction could be brought down a little bit. We all know this is a live album, so there's no need to go crazy with the audience. Harry's in a great mood, and he's having so much fun, and he's really keeping the band on their toes, like he always did. The concert ends with a long song, the whole last side, in fact. And that song is called Zombie Jamboree, and it's very much reminiscent of Matilda, which closes the Carnegie Hall concert. Zombie Jamboree is an audience sing-along that sends the entire audience home with a smile. I recommend this record. It's not going to be for the casual fan, I don't think. I don't think the casual fan that wants to hear Deo and Jump in the Line and all the other Calypso-type songs, I would recommend getting like a best of for that. But this is a nice timepiece of sort of the USA in the 60s, in the early 60s, and kind of, you know, where we were as a country and where Belafonte was as an artist. And the other thing is I wish they would have gotten a better photo for the cover, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? If you enjoyed this video, you could always watch more by clicking here or here and subscribing. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and thanks again for watching, and see you next time on Bored at the Right Time.